guest tonight is a regular correspondent on The Daily Show. He's also a frequent guest here. Please welcome a very funny guy, Louis Black.
Summer is approaching, and all I can say is watch out. In December, in parts of the country where it should have been cold, it was up into the 70s. The 70s. You know what that means? It's going to be in August, about 312. You're going to come home from work, and the sun is going to be a foot from your necks. You're going to be sweating like little pigs. And you'll go to the refrigerator to get something to drink, and you'll open it, and the eggs will be done. And then you'll think back to this night that you saw me, and you'll think, well, that comic really wasn't very funny, but he was a prophet. And speaking of the apocalypse, and I'm not talking about Y2K, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Los Angeles, why don't you take a pencil out, sharpen it, and shove it in your eye? You'd really be better off just sitting in a hospital emergency room, holding the pencil steady, wondering if you're ever going to see again or what you might look like with an eye patch, than to spend any time in Los Angeles. Every time I've gone out there, something horrible's happened. First time I was out there, earthquake. 5.5 on a scale of 10. And my friends, who've lived there a little too long, said to me it was a little earthquake. And I said, little? Have you lost your minds? An earthquake is an earthquake, you idiots! I don't know if you noticed, but where I was standing, the earth done quaketh. Where I was standing, literally, the earth under my feet went up and it went down. And when the earth does that, it's telling you a little secret. Move. You get your stuff, you get out the door, and you go as far away from this place as you can. Because you are living in an area where rodents should have sex, and that's it. I reached the point in Los Angeles where I almost snapped, so you can imagine what that was like. I had it. So I went to a place to calm down. I went to a health club. Not one of those places where people work out. Why would you go there? If you feel badly about yourself, why do people go to a place where people look better than them? I go to a place where people look worse than me. And that way I can feel better about me. And the place that I go to is my health club is the International House of Pancakes. Because no matter what you weigh, there will always be someone there who weighs 200 pounds more than you'll ever weigh. They don't give you a cup of coffee, they give you a hodl of coffee. That's coffee for 15 people. Even if you're alone, they bring you a big jug of coffee, which makes me feel good because I think maybe somebody's coming and I don't know who. So I put in the milk and the sugar and I drink the whole thing and then I go, bring me some pancakes! God, that was a lot of coffee. And you need a lot of pancakes because I got 6 syrups and I got to use every one of them. Finished the meal, and I was drinking the boysenberry. Well, I was still a little edgy from the coffee, when from behind me, a young woman uttered the dumbest thing I'd ever heard in my life to that point. And then a year later, Dan Quayle was elected the vice president, and things took a turn. She said, if it weren't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. I will repeat that. The reason I will repeat that is because when your brain hears something like that, it comes to a screeching halt. And the left-hand side of the brain looks at the right-hand side of the brain and goes, it's dark in here, and we may die. She said, if it weren't for my horse, giddy up, let's go, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. College, a degree-granting institution. Now, I want you to never think about that sentence again. If you think about that sentence for more than 3 minutes, blood will shoot out your nose. Thanks, it's always a lot of fun here.